The river is still, not quiet, but watchful. Beneath the surface, where sunlight fractures into trembling lines, something ancient waits. It does not chase time. It allows time to pass over it. The Caiman has learned that survival does not always belong to the fastest, but to the one who understands stillness. Caimans are remnants of a world that no longer exists. Their lineage stretches back over 200 million years, to an era when reptiles ruled land and water alike. Dinosaurs rose and vanished. Continents split. Oceans shifted. Through it all, crocodilians endured, changing little because little needed to change. The Caiman is not a dinosaur, but it is close enough to remind us what permanence looks like. Found across Central and South America, caimans inhabit rivers, swamps, flooded forests, and slow-moving waters where visibility is poor and patience is rewarded. These environments shape their bodies and minds. Murky water favors ambush. Dense vegetation favors armor. Scarcity favors efficiency. The caiman's body is built like a fortress. Thick, armored scales protect vital organs. Beneath the skin lie bony plates, osteoderms, that turn flesh into shield. This armor is not for show. It is the result of countless encounters with prey, rivals, and time itself. Its head is broad and heavy, housing one of the most powerful bites in the animal kingdom relative to size. Teeth are not designed for chewing, but for gripping and holding. Once caught, prey does not escape. The jaws close, and the river finishes the work. Despite this power, the caiman is not reckless. It is a master of energy conservation. Movement is deliberate. Hunts are calculated. A failed attack is costly, and so most are avoided. Instead, the caiman waits. Minutes stretch into hours. Muscles remain ready. Eyes break the surface, scanning without revealing the body beneath. Vision is critical. Positioned high on the skull, the eyes allow the caiman to remain almost entirely submerged while watching the world above. At night, these eyes reflect light, glowing briefly when caught by moon or torch. It is not threat. It is awareness. The caiman's senses extend beyond sight. Vibrations in water tell stories. A struggling fish, a drinking mammal, a careless step at the river's edge. The caiman reads these signals with precision refined by evolution. Caimans are not mindless predators. Studies reveal learning, memory, and individual variation in behavior. Some are bold, others cautious. They remember feeding sites. They recognize patterns. They adapt to seasonal floods and droughts, moving with the water as forests become lakes and lakes retreat into channels. Socially, caimans exist in loose hierarchies. They are not solitary by necessity, but by preference. When food is abundant, multiple individuals may share space with minimal conflict. When resources shrink, tolerance fades. Dominance is established through size, posture, and presence rather than constant violence. Reproduction is a critical chapter in the caiman's life. Females build nests from vegetation and mud, carefully choosing locations safe from flooding yet close to water. Eggs are laid, covered, and guarded. Temperature determines sex, a delicate balance controlled by nature rather than choice. When the time comes, hatchlings call from within the eggs. The mother responds, opening the nest and carrying the young gently in her mouth to water. This moment contradicts the caiman's reputation. Protection replaces predation. Care replaces aggression. Young caimans face overwhelming odds. Birds, fish, mammals, even larger caimans prey upon them. Survival rates are low, but those who endure grow quickly, learning caution early. Every scar becomes a lesson. Every escape, a memory. In the ecosystem, caimans serve as regulators. They control fish populations. They remove weak and sick animals. Their presence shapes behavior across species. Where caimans disappear, imbalance follows. Overpopulation, disease, degraded waters. Human interaction with caimans has always been complicated. Indigenous cultures respected them as spirits of the river, symbols of power and guardianship. Later, commercial hunting for leather devastated populations. Rivers emptied of their silent sentinels. Conservation efforts have allowed some species to recover, but threats remain. Habitat destruction, pollution, illegal hunting, and climate change all press against their ancient resilience. Caimans can survive change, but not indifference. The caiman does not adapt quickly. It adapts deeply. It requires stable waters, intact floodplains, and time. When rivers are dammed and wetlands drained, the caiman loses not just territory, but memory encoded in landscape. At dusk, the river breathes. Insects rise. Birds quiet. The caiman emerges slightly, adjusting position as temperature shifts. It does not rush. It has nowhere else to be. In this patience lies the caiman's greatest strength. While the world accelerates, the caiman remains anchored. It survives not by outpacing change, but by outlasting it. The caiman matters because it reminds us that some forms of life are not meant to be improved, optimized, or reshaped. They are meant to endure. As long as rivers flow slowly and shadows remain deep, the caiman will be there, armored, ancient, watching, carrying the memory of a world far older than our own.